What's up guys, traderneil here, back at you with another Friday video. Gonna be looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, some Sol altcoins, and some of your favorite meme coins. If you guys like the content and like what you see, I would really appreciate a like on this video, a subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell icon if you don't want to miss any of my future videos. That's all I got for you. Let's get the video started. So today we're going to be looking at Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, and we're gonna actually change things up a little bit. We might look at a couple meme coins, a couple of different random altcoins here and there, but my plan is to actually take a look at some Solana alts coming up because, in my opinion, the ETH ETF, that's about to launch in like 4 days, I think. So that's going to be next Monday or Tuesday. And then after that, I think the ETH ETF stuff, of course, there's going to be inflows, outflows, all of that. That'll be yet to be seen, the reaction off of that. And that could, for sure, I think ETH gets a nice push. It might not be immediate, but I think it happens over time. But the thing that I'm most interested in now is, since Van Eck and now today, ARC21 filed for a Sol Spot ETF. That's the thing I was looking for. I think Sol is in a good place technical wise to have a push up, and those ETF news coming out, I think will definitely give it a nice boost to help the volume come in and let some of this stuff play out. I could definitely see BlackRock filing for a Sol ETF, especially if these other companies are already doing so. They always want their, why not file for it? Get your hand in the ring and make some money off of it. So I would not be surprised if they do so. Yeah, this is the bat that I shared with you guys on, I think it was Monday morning, and it hit to an absolute T Monday afternoon. So I love to see that. Now I am really more so on higher low watch for BTC. And so looking at Bitcoin here, guys, of course we are at hourly support. This could hold, but if it doesn't, and I'm really leaning towards at least like a little bit more down here, I just personally think that, on this third tap of this SR zone, I doubt it holds, but a little quick wick down into the 0.5 fib and this fresh daily level here for something like this in a reclaim, this would be my ideal scenario for an intraday long. So I would be looking for something like this, take the long at the 0.5, look for something like that. And let me take a volume pool as well from the beginning to current price action. We are sitting at the value area low right now, so we'll see what happens if that gets lost. The thing is wicks under this value area low, that's okay. It's really if you get a meaningful like hourly closure under it and a bearish retest where I'd be more worried. So that's why I'm saying that I'm leaning towards a wick down into the support zone before a reclaim. That would be ideal. So just quick intraday scalp long for BTC. If that doesn't work out, then honestly, I would be looking for something like this. And I would definitely take this long down here. In my opinion, I'm in the camp that these lows on BTC, I do think they get held here. I think we do hold them, and I think we push higher. My invalidation is if we close like a 4-hour candle or two under these previous Monday lows, then I would be getting a little bit more cautious. Not a little bit, way more cautious. So 2 different longs here, 4-hour closures for stops for both, and that's pretty much what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Nice tip. Sweet, sweet. Got some confluence. And so that's my thoughts on Bitcoin here. Taking a look at Ethereum. As you guys know, I did long some ETH this morning. Let me show you guys kind of my reasoning behind it. So personally, I was looking for this retest of this supply line here on ETH starting to break, which I don't really like. But, you know, when it comes to support resistance on Ethereum, as long as we're above this zone, I'm not worried about ETH. So it's really if you get a breakdown below here where things start to get a little more dangerous when taking ETH longs and that sort of thing. So as long as we hold this zone, I'm not super worried. We could easily have a wick down, reclaim. I'd be fine with that. If this support zone does not hold on ETH, then my previous long area that I gave you guys, I think it was earlier this week, at this 6.6 golden pocket zone, this is where I'm looking at next. Let's see. Let me take another volume pull here. Yeah, so we still got that confluence. Range is still intact. So yeah, if this support zone doesn't hold, I would be looking for the bottom of this golden pocket here for another opportunity. Something like that. Yo, what's up, Caleb? How you doing, man? All right. Cool, cool. And then let's take a look at Solana. So, gotta say, guys, whenever there was so much FUD going on Sol over the last weekend, and people, I saw like so many people send out that tweet about there tons of these guys trying to be like, hey, you know, Sol is about to have some terrible news come out. I think that it's going to take a huge dip to the downside. Better be careful. Just overall, technical wise, I've been waiting for these dailies in this support zone to finally be hit. After that front run here, like 2 weeks ago, I was like really annoyed that it didn't come down to hit this support zone down here. But in the end, I'm honestly pretty glad that it didn't get hit then, because in my opinion, BTC wasn't at a point where this was ready to reverse there. And taking the long down here on Sol that we did on Monday with BTC and pushing so hard to the downside and Bitcoin dominance dumping, this was pretty much a perfect storm to be able to be in the Sol long, and we printed pretty well, and we bought the some Sol spot at 127, so both of those hit for pretty much 17 to 18% gains. So hopefully you guys got in this Sol long with me. Overall, here on Sol, things are looking good for higher as long as Sol stays above pretty much 139. Now that we pushed above it, we have not technically retested this 139 zone yet. So coming down, hitting this level before higher would not surprise me. And so like an intraday long around 139 on Sol, that will look pretty good. All right, so can you guys see this? I can just hide the larger one for now, that way it's easier for you guys to see. There we go. Yeah, because in all actuality, if we lose that zone, things would not look the greatest for Sol. We do have support coming in here still around 135, But yeah, I'm still leaning towards wanting this zone to hold around 139. And I'm gonna go ahead and set some orders, because why not? All right. So we looked at the big three here. Now, what I was talking about earlier is looking at some SOL alts. And so, for example, this trade I gave you guys yesterday. Yeah, Tip, I agree. I think BTC can bottom today. I think that today we're not going to get a whole lot of volatility. I'm not expecting it. I think a quick wick down to that zone I just talked about on BTC would be fine and would fill some orders, and it would be, to me, a buy the dip opportunity. But other than that, I'm not really seeing a huge volume move today. I think that comes next week. So let's look at some SOL alts here, guys, because a lot of them are looking pretty good. So I'm sure some of you guys got into this helium trade that I gave yesterday, this spot trade. Overall, like, this is such a clean trade because my invalidations for this are very, very tight. And to me, like, this is the kind of stuff that if you fade, then you're missing like the lowest risk entries that you can get. I mean, even if I take like a supply line here as well, you got 1 touch here, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, 5 touch. That's broken as well. You got up to 2-day bullish divergence here. This is on the daily, but you have it up to the 2-day. And looking at this, guys, as long as you're above 2.66 on helium, this has a nice chance to push up at least to 5.56, which at this point would be at least a 50% move. So already in profits here on our entry, and as you guys can tell, while most of the market is dumping, helium is in the green. That's exactly what you want to see. So I think this one pushes. This is one that you could take on leverage as well. So if you took a leverage position on helium, I would play it like this, still have good risk reward, and I would just have my stops below DCA2 with a daily close, something like that. All right. So another one that looks pretty good here, JTO. So looking at this one, you are still at support here on JTO. Going on the daily, pretty much came, you took the liquidity at this wick and you're still holding. So my invalidation for if I took a trade here, bought some spot, long, whatever, would be if you close the daily under this support zone at 2.2. The only problematic thing is you have lost trend on JTO, which I don't like. So I would like to see that reclaimed. Then one like PYTH, this also looks pretty good. So I see a lot of coins bottom with the structure very similar to this, where you have this daily order block established in the past, and that ends up becoming your support and gives you a nice higher low opportunity. I'm not sure if it's at an 886 here. It's probably right below it. Oh, you're sitting right at it pretty much. So that looks fantastic. So this is another one that is pretty low risk. You might get something like this where price action comes, pushes up, retests down, kind of goes sideways for a little bit after this really strong downtrend, and then has the push up. So I think patience is key here. But another one I'd be looking to buy some spot in. I'll probably buy some spot today on PYTH, DCA down to bottom side of this zone. And overall, I'd be aiming for all-time highs again over time. Paste this soul chart. Yeah, 1 second. Let me go and grab that. All right. No sauna. I haven't really heard of this one. This one does not look good. Not gonna lie. I mean, it's somewhat trying to reclaim this level, but it's got some work to do. Shadow token. ORCA, this one looks really good. So this one has hit the 886 perfectly, which I do like. Overall, support resistance wise, as long as you're above this zone at 1.484, you got a low risk opportunity here. And yeah, on the daily, as long as you're above there, pretty easy to strategize and control your risk here. And this one's on Coinbase, so for you guys that don't have access to a lot of exchanges, this is one that you can buy. Not bad. I know, man. ORCA looks really good. That's why I was telling y'all. I even tweeted yesterday. Like, a lot of these soul alts are finally looking good after this huge downtrend. I mean, how long these downtrends have been going on for at least like 5 months now, right? 188 days, 5 to 6 months. So easy to strategize. E loves making fun of harmonics, bro. They do have weird names, I'll give you that. And then one like radium here. Another one that looks pretty good. I would like to see, though, on something like radium, where honestly I do like the retest here in this reclaim. That looks good. So would not be surprised if this holds where it does right now. I mean, if I were to take a trade on radium, which I don't really know if this one's traded on a lot of exchanges personally. Maybe Mexi has this one. Someone in chat can chime in, tell me. But yeah, this one's pretty low risk. Where you are, you have a lot of confluence at this level. Stuck in the same place for long. And aim for the highs. I would give yourself a little bit more leeway with these low liquidity tokens. I'd probably put it around 4.5 RR here. And DCA somewhere about right there. Yeah, honestly, like, I don't really know if you can trade this one still on really any exchange. Someone's gonna have to chime in and let me know. Besides spot, of course, I know you can buy spot on this one, but I don't know if you can leverage it. Yeah, Mexi still has it, actually. So You guys can trade it on there. Alright, let's keep going. Marinade on Sol. Also at pretty low risk areas here. Another one that is bouncing off of support. Not as good looking as the other ones we looked at though. I don't like the rejection at the 50 level on the daily RSI here. I would not be surprised if you have another swipe down to these daily support zones down here. And if you get a higher low, then I think you get something like this. Yeah, and then something like BONK also looks really good here. It's still holding your uptrend. As you guys can see, you've also got hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Higher lows in price action. Lower lows on the RSI here. So I like to see that. I think pretty much getting any swipe down to the lower part of this zone is a good buy opportunity. Something down here that would interest me into taking a possible long. All right, let's take a look at Jupe here. Okay, so Jupiter, it looks okay. So I think that you probably get a move down to this daily level, get rejected here, put in a higher low, maybe do something like that. I would get more interested in Jupiter over time if you get a pretty, like a more meaningful SR grab for something like this. This one's gonna have to develop over time though. It's not gonna be immediate. Let's see. LDO. I just saw that some news came out. Guess they're suing LDO Rocket Pool, saying they're securities. So that kind of sucks for our limit orders. I'll have to check after the stream and see what happened. But, you know, my stops are, you know, candle closure, not just a wick. So don't worry yet. Make sure that, you know, you got your orders set and everything, because even though we've gotten this huge wick down, doesn't necessarily mean that the trade's gonna take an L. We'll have to see. All right, so that's pretty much all I wanted to look at in terms of Sol alts and everything, guys. And now, if there's a couple coins you guys want to look at before I head out, just let me know and we'll take a look at them. Injective, AVEX. All right. Let's take a look at injective real quick. So INJ here on the perpetuals on Binance, this didn't actually fill these wick lows. I think it did. Oh, I guess it didn't. It didn't fill it on Bybit either. So technically, this wick has still not been grabbed yet. So at this point on INJ, this is what I'd be looking at for a potential long. If we get a dump, I would like to see something like this. So a push down to this daily level, take that wick, maybe something like that would not surprise me. Then let's take a look at AAVE. So AAVE has been strong alongside ETH. I will say, let me see if you got any sort of like supply line break here. It really just depends on how you draw it. I guess you could make the argument that you are breaking. And pretty much AAVE looks good above this $90 level. And so if you wanted to take a punt here on AAVE, let's go to maybe like the 4-hour chart, see if I see anything here. I think something around like about there. That would be the ideal scenario. So wait for a little lower. And then you could take something like this. And then you would just close if the 12-hour starts closing back below 90. Because then it doesn't look good anymore. Then it could come all the way down to $80 again. Oh, nice. Caught that wick on LDO. Good work. And then let's just end with ONDO. Make this chart fresh. So the thing with ONDO, oh wait, this isn't a daily level. This is a 12-hour. No, it is. We're good. Okay, so my thing with ONDO here is I don't like that it put in a lower high. That kind of concerns me. But I will say, I still think this has juice left in the tank. I mean, it has pushed up strong and hard recently. So, could easily see that. In a strong coin like this, I would not be surprised if this plays out. Or something like that. And then maybe we can look at like PEPE or something. So PEPE here, a different story than most of these coins, or at least some of these weaker altcoins. You've got a 12-hour higher high here, which I do like. You've got an order block here. Fib pull, high to low. So getting a higher low would be the ideal situation here on PEPE. I think I would be interested in something like this. You'd still be holding trend here if this made a nice higher low. So if you're in a PEPE long, I would stay in a PEPE long already. I did long it down here. I'll probably cut if the 12-hour closes below, like this 12-hour candle, if it closes below 1207, then I would get out and wait for these orders to fill. I am not in INJ anymore. Got stop break even. And this is one that I haven't looked at with you guys before. Brett. I actually took a short up here on Brett. Hit for pretty nice gains. Now this kind of looks choppy. I don't like that, you know, on this higher low here. I don't like that it came in and looks like it's putting in a lower high. I would have liked to see expansion here and this to continue to the upside. So lower might be in the cards on this one. And you have a lot of confluence at this daily and golden pocket level, so I would take something like this. All right, so we looked at pretty good amount of coins today. Looked at Bitcoin, ETH, Sol alts, and a lot of these altcoins. If you guys have any questions for me, you can throw them in the chat. YouTube fam, that'll do it for me today for y'all. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Hit that bell icon if you don't want to miss any of my future videos, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.